And we are live. Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel, whether you are a new viewer or like a returning person. So we are doing an Analogue Pocket stream today, and guess what guys, Nintendo are actually doing a Nintendo Direct. So when I set the time, and someone over the Discord posted the Nintendo Direct, so I am going head to head with Nintendo. Hopefully I won't get a DMCA during this live stream, because I probably will show some Nintendo stuff. Yo, Jay Jinkman, how you doing, man? First Nose. Oh, hello. Right, that's a very unusual username, right? First Nose, but interesting nonetheless, right? Very original. You're not really going to get many people out there called First Nose. So guys, if you're just tuning in, a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. There's also a Patreon if you want to go further and support the channel. But anyway guys, let's run with this game. So this is a new beta core that's been released by Hertago and team. It's called Slice Spy, subname Secret Agent. And as well as that, yeah, that's the name, Slice Spy Secret Agent. It's got some other games in the core as well. So if I go to load games, you can see it's got Boulder Dash as well, and different versions of the same game, right? So let's run this. I kind of like this. I think I played this in the arcade, but you know, one of those games that you only ever played once in the arcade. You never ever played it more than once, right? Let's put in 007, right? Because even though this isn't a James Bond game, you know, when they made this game, 007 was the inspiration. Whether it does anything, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't make the game more difficult, because I have gone in dip switches, given myself the most energy and put it on easiest. So I think this is one of those games that I played. Do you know when you go to like a seaside, or you go to a new town, or you're somewhere, right, and you see an arcade game and you have 1 credit on it? Because I kind of have memories of playing this, right, like this scene here. Now I could be completely wrong, I could be thinking of another game, but wow, like, I mean, imagine just playing this as a kid, man. You know, let's say you've watched a James Bond movie. Like, I weren't really allowed to watch James Bond movies when I was a kid. My parents kind of disallowed me, but I think it might have been all the womanizing that was involved in the movies or whatever. But you know, imagine watching those, and you know, then you go ahead and you play this game. Now, I definitely get RoboCop and Dragon Ninja vibes for this game, right? And I'll explain why, right? So okay, so look, those grenades that the RoboCop guy chucks, some of the weapons you get later on are very, very RoboCop-y, right? But Dragon Ninja, right? The power-ups in here, you get that same can of Coke, Pepsi, whatever it is, the same way that you do in Dragon Ninja. And look at that, is that Abraham Lincoln? Apparently he was supposed to be a good man. Don't really know too much about him, apart from I only ever hear good things apparently. But yo, Justin Hammer, how you doing? Absolutely love Ninja Baseball Batman on the new Irem Core. Absolutely amazing and equally insane. Absolutely, man. What a great game. I mean, great work from Wicker Wacker for originally bringing that core to FPGA, and you know, massive shout out to Boogerman as well for porting that over. Hopefully we'll get Irem M72 as well, right? I mean, I love Irem M92, R-Type Leo in particular, in the Hunt. I even like that fighting game Perfect Soldiers on there, right? Ninja Baseball Batman being another classic. But do you know what, guys? I don't think I played any of those games in the arcade, or at least not during my golden age of the arcade, right? Those came slightly after. I think I got into girls and partying around the time maybe those were out, right? But the Irem M72 are games that I played in the arcade, and I also played them on the PC Engine, so they mean a lot to me, and hopefully we can get that out. I mean, I've got it on here. Boogerman gave it to me a while back, but obviously there's still a little bit of work to be done on it. I mean, to me it feels absolutely fantastic, but hopefully that will come out soon, because it's got greats on it like the Legend of Hero Tomner, Ninja Spirit, Mr. Heli, R-Type 1 and 2. Yeah, it's a great system, man. And the Analogue Pocket is just amazing for arcade games. I mean, we could just play arcade games, but I have instead of connecting an arcade stick today, I have actually connected a controller with dual analog sticks in case we use one of the other cores that actually benefits from using an analog stick. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. I like how they kind of pop out a car, right, and shoot you. That's proper like 80s 90s movies, isn't it? Wow, look at that, 3rd time round he's like, now I've got a rocket launcher. What amazing. Brilliant. Do I get another life in this, or is it continue time? No, it's continue time. Let's continue. Is it a check? Oh no, you continue from exactly the same place, right? Wow, banging. Guys, this is wow. Look at that action pose where it just kind of froze there. So just to kind of point out, guys, this core is currently in beta, right? It's not available. Yo, Do you know what, Jinkman? That was wicked to go and visit arcades, man. It was nice. We used to do that, right? So, wow. Animal Control. So what we used to do in London around the time I was a teenager, right? They used to have, if anyone's from London, you might remember it. They used to have adverts on the underground, right? It's called the Quid Kid. Quid was reference to a pound, right? A pound, like street terms or like local kind of London terms, is a quid, right? They used to call it the Quid Kid. It meant with £1 you could get an all zones travel card, which meant you could travel around London for a whole day. It was super cheap, right? So what we used to do with that £1, we used to go to all parts of London. I mean, a lot of central London, mainly around central and I guess south, kind of east and southwest London, right? We lived in north, and we used to go to lots of different arcades. I remember always you know, running our hands in that return coin kind of part, and sometimes we used to find money, and it was amazing, right? But yeah, we used to go all around London trying out different arcades. It was fun times, and it was great, man. It was great going around there, you know, meeting other people. We used to make friends. Okay, here's the bit with Dragon Ninja. Look, we've got a Pepsi down there for energy, which is exactly the same as Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, right? Which puts yeah, Data East stuff. There's a lot of references in here. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a reference to Karnov in here as well. So Karnov is the first boss in Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, right? And then wow, look at that zip line, everything you need in a superhero movie, right? So yeah, Karnov also in RoboCop. One of the shops in the background says Karnov in there as well. So it's really nice seeing these kind of Easter egg kind of cameo things that Data East put in their games, where they've got references to one game. Okay, I didn't know you could crouch down. Oh, I'm out of bullets, that's why I've been firing like a madman. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that is Jaws, guys. That, bloody hell, that is Jaws from the Bond movies, right? You know, those teeth and whatnot. You know, a smile that only a mama could love. Awesome. Right, what's going on here? Yeah, In the Hunt definitely rocks, man. Yo, Dan Precious UK, hey PCN, love your channel. Really appreciate you sifting through all the FPGA news so you can give us a little bite. Oh yeah, but oh, thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's kind of become a job right now, right? If the Saturday news video, don't look, when it comes to like the channel, right? I enjoy doing a lot of videos, right? Otherwise I wouldn't do it, right? Because if you're gonna do this stuff, yeah, you want to make sure you enjoy it, right? Okay, let's continue. But I'll tell you what though, one part of the channel that's become a job is the weekly news video. It's because I've started doing it regularly. It can take me up to 8 hours sometimes to do it. I think this Saturday's episode, I got it done in 5 hours. So I do enjoy doing it sometimes, but sometimes I have to do like retake stuff a few times, and yeah. The weekly news videos feels like a bit of a job. It's something that obviously I'm intending on doing, not discontinuing or anything. But the real fun comes in live streams and just kind of chatting, right? I mean, at the moment, this is just a random stream. I didn't deliberately go against Nintendo. I'm playing really, really badly now. But yeah, dude, I really do appreciate, you know, all your support and all your kind words. It is super duper appreciated. I've met a lot of really, really good people since doing the channel, right? People on various Discords, people over on, oh wow, look at that. Oh no, he's got me. People over on, yeah, the channel, in the comments, over on Twitter, over on various different Discords. There's a whole bunch of good people, guys. And it's nice, right? I've, yeah, definitely made some really good friends. And I definitely find, right, you know, when you're younger, the friends you hung around with were usually people you knew, right? People you went to school with. And that's kind of like the people you hung out with, right? And then when you get older and the internet came out, you end up, for example, I ended up playing a lot of Xbox Live, Capcom vs SNK 2, Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. So I actually ended up making a lot of friends that I was playing with online, but were kind of very local in the area. Now I'm making friends that are just into FPGA gaming. It's quite interesting. And I'll say I've got some very, very good friends that I've made. And the internet kind of brings you together, right? As much as I hate the bloody internet, it does bring people with similar hobbies together, right? And you end up arguing over real petty and stupid stuff, right? But that's the nature of it, right? Right. Okay. Right. If anyone's got any requests, guys, just hit them up. Hit them below. If you can't put them in block capitals, we can yeah, we can definitely have a look at those. Can I do? Oh, I can do something with that. Oh, but I got shot down. Again, it reminds me of like Rolling Thunder as well. And Rolling Thunder will be an interesting game, right? That's something that Tego's actually working on. So hopefully we'll get that fairly soon, right? But yeah, that Rolling Thunder is something I'm looking forward to as well, because I played that on the Atari ST and I liked it a lot. It's just one of those games that I like straight away. Okay. Doing super bad here, right? Oh, look at that. Everything you need in an action movie, right? You got things pounding you. Ooh. Conveyor belts. I guess we're going to see a forklift at the end, right? Right, after this continue, I'm going to run another game. So if you guys have got any suggestions for any other games, do let me know. Oh, wow, okay. I am going to rescue Hey, I want to rescue you. What is going on? Is that an issue with the game or? Oh, wow, okay. I don't know what happened there. Right. Okay, I need to do the boss fight. I don't know if that was something that was a little bit off. Okay, you know what? I said I was going to run another game after this continue. But you know what, guys? I want to rescue the lady, man. I would not be a gentleman if I didn't. So let's shoot these tigers. You know, classic Bond villain kind of enemies. The tigers. Okay, we're getting there. Couple more. I rescued the lady, man. I am the hero, guys. Awesome. Yeah, definitely the nature of the internet. Right. Okay, let's run something else now, right? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go with Boulder Dash because I haven't actually tried that out yet. A massive shout out to Team Updater, man. Like, the guys are amazing. Like, I used to convert ROMs myself, but of recent, the guys have been so quick, right? That if I wait like a couple of hours and that's the time I get an opportunity to convert the ROMs, I think let me run the updater, and the guys have got like the ROMs running already. So that's really good. Now, Boulder Dash was a game. I love this game, man. But it wasn't the arcade version that I played. It was on my Atari 800. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was on a Commodore 64. And I liked the game a lot. Now, I tried revisiting different versions of it years and years later. I couldn't get back into it. You know, not the way that I did as a kid, right? So let's do this, right? But it was very interesting the way you kind of dig around, boulders fall on your head, and you got to get like the diamonds that are out there. Okay, so we need 5 diamonds. Again, just very simple, but a very effective game, right? Okay, so we have got the 5. Oh, exit is down here. Okay, don't want to see get crushed by a boulder, right? But yeah, this was a good game, and this is a game where you don't need graphics, you don't need anything like super special. Like the game itself, the mechanics, the gameplay is fantastic, and how you did die was so you could go there, but you'd have to move out of the way of the boulder, right? Oh, okay, that was weird. That kind of went along and down, right? Can I push? Oh, I can push boulders, okay. Oh, okay, interesting. Right, we'll try something else, but that's really cool, man. Oh, okay, Jingman, it did start on the Atari. That's very interesting to know. I have to say, I do like the art style of this, right? So 17 diamonds here. So the levels get pretty big straight away, right? They kind of introduce you to the game. Let's go back. I kind of want to see him die. I want to see him get crushed by a boulder. So, oh, okay, that turned into a bonus gem, right? Okay, interesting. All right, let's see if I want to get killed by a boulder, right? Okay. Okay, that was fun. Right, okay, what's going on here? All right, okay. Sorry guys, just checking a little error message that I've got here. Okay, hopefully stream's still going. I randomly get messages. I've got a very good strong Wi-Fi connection around the house and where my laptop is, and it's usually fine, but I should really just go wired, right? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's now quit this. Let's have a look. Yo, NVC, how you doing, man? Justin Hammer, wicked. Sick of waiting for the DAC support from Analogue, and I picked up an analogizer and I can't seem to get it working properly. Once I figure it out though, I'll be playing on my CRT all the time. Good dude, that's amazing. Like Francisco Javier or Random Monk Free, amazing guy. Like what a great project he's kind of brought to light. Now, if you're having difficulty setting it up, you can go over to their Discord. If you want, I can, let me know in chat. If you want, I can post you a link to it. I can quickly, I've got obviously my PC on. I'll run, yeah, I'll run it, right? Let me just run a game quickly. So something with a decent attract mode. So let's go Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. So kind of like that Data East stuff, right? But yeah, dude, Justin, if you want an invite link to the Analog Guys Discord, I can definitely send you that. I think they've got a Telegram group as well. I may not be in that Telegram group, right? But their Discord, you can go on there. They're very, very helpful, man. Francisco Javier, especially if you give him new equipment that's not compatible, he really wants to look into it and get everything working. But it's an amazing project, and what's really cool about it now is Hotego has said that he will be supporting. He will actually be supporting. The Analogizer, which is absolutely amazing. So you're going to get stuff like what you're seeing on screen now, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, man. You can play that on a CRT. So I was speaking to Francisco during the whole development process and everything while he was showing it off. He actually offered to send me a unit, but I don't have a CRT handy, man, and I'm kind of gutted for that, right? Because if I had a CRT, it would be amazing, right? Just to play this, just to play the Analogue Pocket the way you can on a CRT with, you know, original controllers. So yeah, all right, no worries, man. While attract mode is running, guys, I like providing service to you guys, the viewers. So let me quickly go over, send you an invite. I'm not going to change the settings on the invite, right? Because it'll be one of those ones where it's valid for 7 days. So just make sure you grab it within 7 days, and you should be dandy. Right, here you go. I'm just going to post it into chat now. I know YouTube likes getting rid of links, but hopefully, as I'm the person running this stream, hopefully the streams are there. But yeah, dude, Justin, click on that. Go in there and just say hello, man, and run in it. You know, any issues that you've got. One thing that I always recommend to people is, if you're gonna ask a question, then do a little bit of the work yourself, right? Try and troubleshoot, you know, try different cables, work through all the scenarios you can to eliminate everything you can, and then you can say, look, I've tried scenario A, B, and C, but I still can't get it to work. You know, is there any advice? Then at least people know, okay, you've tried this, you've tried that, then they can start suggesting. We get a lot of people, and guys, I get a lot of DMs, and it's come to a point now where I usually try and respond to everyone, but I get like support messages, DMs over on Discord and Twitter, where people could actually just do that openly, and if I don't pick it up, someone else can jump in and pick it up. And it's like, I can't get this to work. But what they haven't done is they haven't tried anything themselves. They haven't tried Google searching it. They haven't gone on a Discord. All they've done is they said, I want this to work, get it to work for me. You know, it's like, do a little bit of work yourself, and if you exhaust your own efforts, then ask people. You know, I'm not saying, you know, in any particular case of any of you guys here. I'm just saying in general, like, I come across some people and it's like, oh man, like, just try some stuff out, man. You know, try it out, give it a shot yourself. And yeah, if it doesn't work, then ask people. Okay, this is a banger of a game, man. Really good soundtrack. Love this in the arcade. So we're going to get Karnov as the boss. So there's always trivia to other Data East games, right? This was a classic in the arcade. Like, absolutely loved it, man. Absolutely loved it. And this is, I did a video recently where I kind of spoke about my favorite or the games that brought out the most nostalgia, and I mentioned Phil's Chip Shop in there. This is one of the games that we used to play in Phil's Chip Shop. I'll likely do another video because, you know, I've got more than 10 games that give me nostalgia, so I'll probably do a part 2 of that video soon where we kind of look at different games, man. But this is a great game. It's got so many attacks, right, where you kind of hold the button first and then you do the move. You hold like the attack button, right, and then you press like the jump button. Look, holding down attack and jump does that attack. Down and attack just does that. You know, holding jump and then pressing attack, you know, you do different attacks. So it's really, really weird. I didn't actually figure out a lot of this as a kid. So here's the first boss. This is Karnov the Strong Man. Very, very interesting, right? Data East kind of bring characters from different games as bosses. I personally think this would make a great advert for toothbrushes, right? You know, brush your teeth, otherwise you'll end up with some fire breath. Ah, okay, guys, I'm playing really badly. In fact, right, let's do. So this attack, the charged up attack, one thing I always hated about it was you can only do it in neutral. When you let go of it, you have to be in neutral. You can't move a direction and let go of it. Who's bad? Okay, guys, any requests for any game? Oh, Wicked, yeah, no, Wicked, Justin. I hope you get it working, man. It's an excellent device. So, right, let's go quit this core. Here's another arcade classic, man, that I absolutely love. All right, we'll move on to consoles and stuff after, or computers, guys. Like I'm easy. Like if you mention stuff, we can try it. That's why I didn't give this any theme, right? It was just a case of, you know, whatever goes, right? I'm quite happy to run anything out there. Look at the artwork. The artwork's amazing. I can't remember who done this artwork now. There's different people that do the artwork. There's Diashlock, Terminator 2K2. I think, is it Sheesh, if I'm saying it correctly? Yeah, there's a few people that do these artwork packs, and they're really nice. They look amazing on the Analogue Pocket screen. Absolutely love it. There's a lot of people that, you know, do a lot of work for the community, right? You know, free, just out of the goodness of their heart, right? Okay, I must have been playing that on an actual arcade stick last time, based on the configuration I've got. Gentlemen, do you know what? If you want an analogizer, just keep an eye on Francisco Javier's or Random Monk Free or Random Crazy Kill Free. I can't remember. He kind of explained what it meant, right? Keep an eye over on his Twitter and keep an eye on his site, because he does make them in batches. I can't remember what the batches are, if they're 50 at a time or something, but they seem to sell out fast, right? Now, until Analogue released their own DAC, it seems like that is the best option, right? Well, that is the only option to play on analog displays, unless obviously you're using something that goes, your HDMI cable plugs into something and gives you that analog out, right? But it's a great device. It's a great device, and it sells out quick. So yeah, just keep an eye on it. You can get one. You know, if you turn notifications on for his tweets, for example, you can always turn it off once you get the analogizer, right? And then, you know, you should be able to get one. Yeah, native control. To be honest, that's one thing that I maybe I should have taken Francisco Javier up on that. I didn't really think about the native controller side of it. And also, I don't like being greedy. So unless I'm really going to use something, because believe it or not, like, I'm only a small YouTube channel, but man, I do get offered a fair bit of stuff. Like, most of the stuff I turn down. One thing that I'm trying to do now, there's agencies that give me games. And it's very rare that I do a review, but I want to see if I can just say to them, look, can I actually just give away the games, right? So if I do it on a Twitter, so they get a little bit of exposure, or if I give it away on like the weekly news video, and hopefully I can, but these kind of agencies that work for these indie game developers and publishers, they kind of want coverage on YouTube. So, you know, rather than all the big channels doing it, what they want is they want lots and lots of coverage. So when you search here, you know, you get like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different search results, and all they've given is a promo code in order to get that video. Now, I don't really have time to do a lot of those games. Once in a while, there might be a game that I think, oh, I really like this game, I want to do a video on it, and if that comes up as you know, one of the games that's actually supported by them, then I might take them up on that. But I would ideally like to do it as kind of giveaways, right? But yeah, that's something I kind of want to look into. Maybe I'll email them during the week. Unfortunately, I'm just so mad busy at work, man. Since both my bosses got removed from work earlier this year, I've got like new bosses now. I mean, they're not bad or anything, but it's just not the same. My previous bosses, like, I worked with them for a long time, right? Like, we're talking like I worked with them over a decade. So we really kind of understood each other, right? And they cut me a lot of perks, right? With the new ones, it's more work, right? It's just more work. Okay. See, this is a game where I find the movement is very sluggish. So Yeah, I'm pretty sure this can be 1cc'd. I haven't watched it all the way through, but I've seen some people playing this on the arcade, and it just looks, it plays just, it's just, they play it really, really well. Like for me, yeah, I find the movement sluggish, but this is definitely a game that brings a lot of nostalgia for me, right? Because this was a game when arcade games were 20p, this was actually available to play for 10 pence, right? So, and it was the closest machine to my house, right? It was a chip shop at the end of the road. I just had to cross over my road, and that was it. So I was kind of even allowed to go there as a kid, right? So I played this like a fair bit in the arcade, and with one credit, I used to be able to get to like the 3rd level, or I'd die near the end of like the 2nd level, right, where the van comes out with all those people coming out. But definitely, he's a slow dude, and sometimes there's a lot of stuff happening on screen. I don't think, will I make the 2nd screen? This bit reminds me of Shadow Dancer, these stairs and the way you go down here. The 2nd level in Shadow Dancer. One of the best soundtracks as well, man. I'm still rocking this as a ringtone. Thank you. Seriously, guys, if you've not seen RoboCop, you need to. I'm pretty sure everyone that's subscribed to this channel has seen RoboCop, man. It is just such a banging movie, man. In fact, I need to watch it again, man. I think I might let my kids watch some of it, just the cool parts. Has it given me? See, I don't know, what did it say there? It sounds like cornbread. I'm sure it's not cornbread. That grenade just took me out. Right, okay. What is chat saying? JD working on Neo Geo Pocket, black and white games are working. He's still working on color games. Yeah, Jinkman, so Jay, that's something that he's definitely working on. And in the latest Patreon poll, he actually mentioned that he has made progress on there, but it's not quite ready for prime time yet. So hopefully, you know, what's really interesting is I've got early access to Hotego's stuff. Hotego's a really cool guy. Like him a lot. He actually, no, let's go to a computer, or let's go to a console now, right? And let's go Genesis. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get early access to it, and Hotego's cool with me. If something's, I've got early access to it and it's not coming out for like another week and a bit, he's quite happy with me doing work in progress videos on there, and I absolutely love doing work in progress videos. Like when the games look broken and everything, I really like doing those videos. So hopefully if I get like an early version of the Neo Geo Pocket Color Core, I can bring it onto the channel, right? I mean, that'll be interesting. Okay, we've got so many hacks here, right? And I really do like looking at Streets of Rage hacks. So let's just find one here with a good name. One that kind of looks all right. What's Killer Edition? Okay. Right. Oh wow, there's too many here, man. Oh, RoboCop in the 209. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Yeah, the Neo Geo. So the Neo Geo Pocket was a good console. My brothers had it. I don't think I ever owned it myself. It's something that I played with my brother sometime, and I didn't like it. I thought it was good. The one thing I didn't like, and this might be a popular, unpopular opinion, right, is I wasn't really a big fan of. What's going on here? Okay, that hasn't loaded. Okay, so maybe let me quit the core. This is going to be interesting. Let's try the other core now. See if that one works with that. No. Okay, let's change core. Okay, which core was it I was using? No, I think I was using Eric Lewis. So let's change it to spiritualized. Okay, let's see. Is it working now? Is it going to work? Yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of the little joystick nub thing that was on the Neo Geo Pocket, right? I wasn't a big fan. In fact, my cousin's got 2 of the machines, and sometimes when I go around there, he link cables them up and we play SNK versus Capcom, right? And the one thing, the main reason I don't like it is because sometimes I think I've got down back held, but I haven't. I've got down held, so I end up eating combos on that, and my cousin ends up winning, and it's not really my fault. But that's more really an issue of me, right? Because that's an issue of me because I'm not doing stuff right. Okay. Let's go Peach. Right. Sorry, a little bit away from RoboCop. Oh, that's crashed. Okay. Let's you know what? Let's core setting. Let's maybe. Oh, Captain Commando. Let's see if this one works. This is interesting. And also, guys, in regard to like adverts on this, I've set it to like the minimum amount, right? Which is, it gives you an option which gives you conservative. Is that working now? It's not. conservative adverts, right, which is the lowest you can pick, right? Let's see. Okay, I might need to swap. I think the Eric Lewis core is better at running hacks, usually speaking, right? Ooh, interesting. Wow. That looks really cool. I hope they look good in game as well, right? That's something nice. Wow. Okay, I'm not sure if I've tried this one out before, you know. I've got bad memory, but I think I would have remembered this move. If I did try it out, I didn't pick this character, right? Nice. Very, very nice, guys. I'll tell you what, Streets of Rage 2 is just so amazing, man. And the hacks for it just make it even better, right? I'm looking forward to Streets of Rage New Era, the kind of like native one that's been reverse engineered. It's got like full widescreen like support without anything being squashed. I'm looking forward to the next update, right, where they're going to add mod support for it, and that'll be interesting because mods, like look at these mods here, man, they just look really good. Seeing some of them you can't pick up the knives, right, because she's already got 2 knives in her hand. One of the best ones that I saw of this was one that I'm sure many of you guys like as well, and that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Re-Revenge, right, where it actually uses assets out of Shredder's Revenge, and it brings it into Streets of Rage 2. Absolutely amazing, amazing. Let me put the volume down just a tad. Let's see, can I pick that up? Nah. Nice. Right, yeah, guys, this is a lot of fun. Do you know what? See, with all these hacks, it uses all the enemies from Streets of Rage, right? It only swaps over the like your playable characters, right? But what Shredder's Re-Revenge has done is they've changed all the enemies in the game. So you fight foot soldiers, the bosses have been replaced, especially the flying one. The flying one is like Wingnut, which is like the bat kind of enemy out of the Streets of Rage game. So they've done a really, really good job on that. It's nice where the enemies have been swapped over as well. But guys, this is banging. Remember, guys, if you want to see anything, right, there is no limit, right? What you guys, you know, whatever you guys ask for, I can run it as long as I've got it on the Analogue Pocket. What I haven't actually done is I haven't updated to the latest Amiga Vision. I wanted to do that. I was playing Castlevania on Windows, actually. That's one of the updates on there. And it's got a really good update for Sensible Soccer. So I need to just go onto archive.org, download the latest pack, and it's just a matter of copying it over to my micro SD card. But I never got around to it. What was I doing this weekend? I was doing some stuff this weekend. In fact, I actually even played some games this weekend. I was playing Gears of War 5 on the Steam Deck. I bought the Steam version. Guys, wow. High settings, 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. It's just amazing playing that game, man. I suck at multiplayer on it now, though. I used to play a lot of multiplayer on Gears of War 1. I tried Gears of War 2, but the matchmaking and that was really, really bad. And then I went back to Gears of War 3. I played a bit of Gears of War 4 as well on the Xbox One, right? But I don't know, Gears of War 4 didn't do it for me. Gears of War Judgment is something I want to forget about. I never liked it. But yeah, Gears of War 5 I think does a good job even on the multiplayer. Apart from, I just get battered at it now, man. So I'm playing a campaign now, and the campaign's a lot of fun on the Steam Deck. So if you've got a Steam Deck and you kind of like the Gears games, just for like ease of use, buy the Steam version when it goes on sale. I think I bought the version with like all the DLC and Hive Busters and whatever else it's got, and it was like under £12, right? And it's crazy because I've already got it as part of Game Pass. Oh no, actually my Game Pass has actually run out, man. All 3 of my kids are on PC. They're PC gamers now. Okay, good attacks. That Whip Lady, she's like an upgraded version of the double Dragon Whip Lady. I feel like that Whip Lady definitely inspired this design, right? Has to be. Cool, right? Let's run something else now, so I can read some comments as well. Yo, SNK Kev. Oh, actually, the rain does look really good. Let's play a little bit more, and then we'll change it over. really like. The graphics on the Mega Drive are amazing, right? Look at these rain effects and whatnot. I feel like she's OP though. Like the characters in this are definitely OP, right? Let's run something else. Yo, SNK Kev in the house, man. My brother from another mother. Right, let's see if there's anything else Mega Drive on here. What we got for prototypes, right? Ooh, Dragon's Lair. Okay, I wonder how this plays on the Mega Drive, right? Hated this game. I don't even know why I'm loading it. Right, let's have a look. Okay, Ryan, don't like... To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of importing stuff, right? But it's just one of those things that if that's the only way I can get it, then that's the only way I can get it. I imported the Mystex board recently, and even though that was sent from an individual, right? I still got stuck by customs on there, man. I had to pay like 25 or 23 pounds custom on there or something, which sucked a bit because I have had stuff from America, like for example Mr. Addons, when he sends me stuff for the channel, when he has in the past, I've never paid customs on that because I'm not buying that stuff, so it just kind of comes through. But yeah, with import there's always VAT, there's always additional charges, man. It's a pain in the butt. So when you pay for the Analogue Pocket, and you have to pay your customs, right, which is like another £50 on top. So you know, the Analogue Pocket, if you order it here in the UK, ends up costing the best part of like £300. Wow. Okay, what Ryan Hunter, I want to get Mortal Kombat 2 on Mr. and Handheld's only arcade game I played. See, I never played Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcade, you know. I liked it a lot and I did play it, but I played it on the SNES. I really liked it on the SNES. In fact, like a group of us used to play it, but when it came to my group of friends when we grew up, I was always the best one in fighting games. Now, I wasn't that good because later on I went and played some real people, like, and then I learned about, like, you know, the pro players, the UK scene, and how you've got people that are known to be the best at a particular game. But in my social circle, I was the best. There was only one friend of mine that gave me competitions, but not so much in fighting games. And everything else like FIFA or Bomberman or NBA Jam, he was kind of, I would say, even better at me at those games. But at fighters, man, I was the best. And I'm actually not that good. I'm way below average when it comes now. When I go on Fightcade, I'll win some, but I'll likely lose more than I'll win, right? But it's amazing. Ooh, look. Good now, but my mom's feeling. Oh, okay, yeah, I think that's what it must be, you know. It must be the value you declare, right, on the package. So, for example, I'm a fan of GPD products, right, even though, right, I've bought those products and they have come with a worm on, like, their OS, and I've complained about it and I've called them out on it. In fact, I've even done a video on a second channel that I post videos on sometimes, right, calling them out. But their devices are really good. Like the laptop I've got that I use it's one of a kind. No one else makes anything like it. So even though I know I might get a virus, I ended up buying another one. But these guys are really dodgy, right? I don't ask them to it because I'm not gonna openly discuss on a Discord or in anywhere where information is publicly available that I don't want to pay the full customs charge, right? So I bought a laptop from them. It roughly cost £1,200, right? So the customs charge on that should have been 20%, right? So we're talking £240, right? It should have been. They mark it down as like a couple of $100s, right? So the customs actually paid on it was like less than £50. So I saved a couple of £100, but that's one company that does that. Not everyone kind of does that. However, if, for example, you've got insurance on it and you've only marked it as 200, then that's all insurance is going to give back on there, right? So I mean, I've not had an issue. Everything's always been delivered, even that's been delivered with a virus on there. Right, let's run something else. I don't feel like playing this, but yeah, that's the thing with imports. Unfortunately, in the UK, we're in a very bad situation because we were part of the European Union before, so we had free movement of goods around Europe. Now we haven't. Now, even if you order something from Europe, it is quite a little bit of a pain in the butt. Let's have a look at, I think I've got Star Wars on here, right? So a big shout out to Sean that kind of helped me sort out the Mystex, right? He told me about Star Wars. Oh, and maybe I don't have Star Wars on the Sega Master System. I don't. Oh, okay, maybe. Wonder where it could be. It looks really good for its time. Oh, we have, okay. Europe and Brazil. So not released in the USA. And I don't know if this must have been released at some point after 93, right? One of the later ones. Yeah, do you know what, Jinkman, when it comes to the Mega Drive, right? Yeah, well, back in the day, I liked it somewhat, but I always preferred the SNES, right? I was a Nintendo guy more. But as I got older, I got to appreciate the Mega Drive more, right? It's got a lot more arcade games in there, a lot more games that you can just pick and play. So I definitely have more appreciation for the Mega Drive than I did when I was younger. But this is very impressive for a Master System game, man. I have to say, it looks really, really good. Like, I didn't even know if this existed. I was a Star Wars nut. I still am to some extent. You know, always, like, the original trilogy, some of the best movies I've ever seen, man. Like, you know, I don't even see them as a movie. I just see them as a part of life. That's how much of an impact, like, those have had on me. Who remembers, like, you know, Star Wars before, when you got your first toy and you've kind of got the legs leaning forward, arms stretched out, and you're pretending they're flying around the spaceship? When Star Wars came out and the toys were available, right, everyone was around the playground, and what were they doing? They were flying around with their things. Ooh, what's this? Demon Sword NES. Absolutely, we'll do that one next. SNK Kev. Again, looks really, really good, right, for a Master System game. I thought that was something you could shoot, but those are just drops you need to dodge. Ah, too much of a rush. Oh, I got like a gun. Okay, again, really, really good. Look how good this looks, man, on the Master System. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like an RPG. I'm going to run into it and I'm going to go into a Final Fantasy style battle. Actually, that would be good, right? I know we've had Knights of the Old Republic, and that's a great game if anyone hasn't played it, right? It's actually available for mobile, and surprisingly, it plays well on mobile. It's one of the games I played on the iPad when I moved away from traditional gaming for like a couple of years, right? But yeah, let's do SNK Kev's game, right? And Knights of the Old Republic is fantastic, man, right? Demon Sword NES. I'm not even sure if I know that game, right? Let's go. Oh, right. So we got, when we go into change cores, you can see there's a lot of analogizer cores as well. So let's use AG23's core, which I think might be the better core, right? Not 100% sure, but let's run that, and we're looking for a game called Demon Sword NES. Okay. Oh, I'm probably in one of my hack folders. Ah, here we go. Okay. Hopefully it's here. Okay. Demon Sword, release the power. Yo, SNKK, we are gonna release the power from the Force 4 Mega Drive. Cool, we can do that after. Hopefully I won't forget. Koto. Yeah, man, do you know what's well, do you know what, Ryan? So Knights of the Old Republic, yes, I love it, right? It is one of the best games, but my favorite Star Wars game is probably Rogue Squadron 2. Is it Rogue Squadron 2? Rebel Assault, whatever it is, the first one that came out for the GameCube, right? So you had Rogue Squadron, was it Rebel Assault, Rogue Squadron 2? And then you had part 2 on the GameCube as well, right? Which was interesting because part 2 actually oh wow. So part 2 actually had the entirety of the first GameCube game on it, but you could only play it 2 players, right? And that was very, very interesting. So you could play it split screen and 2 players, like fantastic. But the actual game itself was decent, apart from the parts where you kind of get out of your ship and you're on foot. They just weren't that good from what I remember. But that GameCube first Rogue Squadron game was definitely like my favorite Star Wars game. However, I have to say Knights of the Old Republic was fantastic, man. I missed playing it on the original Xbox. Funny story actually, with the original Xbox, do you know what? Because I was around the time I had the original Xbox, me and Mary Jane were very, very tight. So what I remember trying to play it a few times. So I'd get into character creation, and I'd spend so long in character creation that I actually used to fall asleep. Like, not because the game was bad or anything, right? But just because I'd spent so long doing it and I was tired, I'd fall asleep. So then again, I would try and make a character and I'd fall asleep. So what I did was when they released it on iOS, right, and I bought it on the iPad, and I thought, you know, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to play it. I bought it for like $8.99 or whatever it was. What I said was, I'm not going to pick a character. I'm just going to go for random, and I just whatever character, default character, random character. I just went for that, and yeah, and I really enjoyed the game, man. It is just so epic. I kind of wanted to buy part 2 on Android as well, because I have got an Android with a controller built in, but it's really expensive. It's like £15, and the reason that I like certain Android ports is because the Android device with a controller and everything built in, right? It's just very light. Especially, I mean, I've got part 2 on Steam. I can play it on my Steam Deck, but the Android handheld, right? You get like 10 hours battery life gaming on there. It's very light, and it's just nice. I mean, to be honest, yeah, if it goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up to play one day, because I really like, number one, I like the story, I like everything about it, right? So I should actually go through and play number 2 one day. The only thing is, I'm finding that I'm playing games that are a little bit quick to kind of play and kind of get through, right? Because if it's a long-winded game, it's really difficult for me to actually stick to it and play it. So I've been yeah, I've like Cyberpunk, amazing game, Cyberpunk 2077, right? I tried playing it a few times, but yeah, man, I can't do it. So I'm just playing quickfire games more than anything else, right? So what was that request we had? We had Thunder Force 4, right? So let's go. Ooh, okay, so that's a shmup, right? Thunder Force 4. Well, it's quite sunny here. I've got some of my curtains done. Oh, here we go. I've got some of my curtains done. But yeah, I've only got the ones close to me done. The ones in the other side of the room, there's a lot of heat coming in. Oh, banging soundtrack. Straight away, let me turn that up a little bit. Yeah, that's rocking, man. We are rocking. So guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for not like deserting my stream to go and watch the Nintendo Direct, right? Which, to be honest, I do like watching the Nintendo Directs. I don't think I usually watch them live though. I usually watch them once they release, so I can skip through like the boring games I've absolutely no interest in, right? I mean, my favorite one to this date was when they announced Monster Hunter Rise. And then I played Monster Hunter Rise, and it was just a big step back from Monster Hunter World. Do you know what does look good now? Monster Hunter Wilds. I think that's going to be like the next AAA game that I'm looking to play, man. And maybe I'll do some streams of that. But I might choose Twitch as my streaming platform from that, because I'm not really associated with too many modern games on this channel, right? It's all retro stuff. But yeah, Monster Hunter. Ooh, I legit thought that was a power up, you know. How's that not a power-up? Wow, okay. So I'm shooting the enemies, and that's what I'm seeing there. Oh, nice, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, some of the later ones of this look really good as well on some of the newer machines. I think there's one like on the Saturn that looks really good. Okay, I suck at that. Okay, there's no power up, just different weapons. Okay, interesting. I did press a button there to change my weapon, so wicked. Right, let's give it one more shot. I do like that it's got rapid fire, right? Okay, that's weird. One focuses more on the behind. One focuses attack fire kind of up front, but I can see there's 5 slots up there, so you know, are we gonna have like 5 weapons at once? Do I need to there's a game that always gets mentioned and talked about quite a bit. Nice. Okay, so you can power up one weapon at a time. Come on, how do I fire that thing, man? Ah, hot damn. Wow, getting pulled here, man. Oof. Wow. Right, let's run something else. Monster Hunter, right? Do you know what? I don't know. I couldn't get into Rise as much, man. And was it Sunbreak, wasn't it? I bought the expansion as well, both for the Switch and the PC. It just felt more like a mobile game, man. Don't get me wrong, I was a big fan of 4U. That's the one where Monster Hunter proper clicked for me, 4U. I still go back and play it sometimes, man. It's amazing, right? And after that I thought, well, I'm not going to play World because like I like playing Monster Hunter on handhelds. Like I always say, I like handheld gaming, and with the amount of time you spend on Monster Hunter, right, I really did want to play it on a handheld. So oh, Time Killers, this is a really bad beat 'em up. Oh sorry, fighting game. So Monster Hunter Rise just didn't, I don't know, don't get me wrong, I played it, I really liked the fact that I got like an Akuma, I think, layered armor in there. Some parts of it was alright. It felt like a step backwards after World, man. Like World, I didn't think I was going to play, but then I bought, so with the GPD devices that I was talking about, I bought one called a GPD Win. I had the Win 1, then I had the Win 2. Now the Win 2 wasn't the spec to run Monster Hunter World, but it just kind of ran it, and it would crash randomly, right? So I had to lock it at 30 FPS, and I had to play Lance. And the reason I played Lance, right, was because during when you had like multiple, like more than one monster on screen, or if you're in an open level on that machine, right, what would happen is it would drop down to like 12 frames a second, right? So if I played Lance, I could defend. I had a very defensive kind of build. So I could tank it out, right? And yeah, so that's yeah, that was Monster Hunter World, and that's how I started kind of playing Lance, because on 4U, the weapons I used to use were, to be honest, I used quite a few. Charge Blade was my favorite in 4U because it really was OP, right? But as well as Charge Blade, yeah, this game's pony. As well as Charge Blade, I really liked the Insect Glaive, Sword and Shield, Hammer. I used quite a few weapons, but I wanted to use like a projectile weapon. Like, oh, this is rubbish, I'm gonna have to change this. So I wanted to play projectile, right? In right, let's see if there's Toxic Crusaders, right? So I wanted to use a projectile weapon, right? But in Monster Hunter 4U, it was absolutely pony using a projectile weapon. I mean, you could, but it had gunner armor. I don't know if anyone remembers that far back, right? So it had gunner armor, which realistically or effectively gave you half the stats, right? Half the defense. So you had to really stay away. If you got hit, you couldn't take, you were dead quick. One thing I like what they did in World was, if you're a gunner, you could use the same armor. Obviously, you could have different skill sets, but at least your armor wasn't some lightweight armor that got you killed. So, longsword was fun in Rise. Yeah, do you know what? I've never really been into either the longsword or the greatsword, you know? Yeah, most recently, like I've been playing Lance most recently, right? Because I just find it was just easy. It's easy to use now. Like I don't play it a lot now, so if I jump back in, Lance is cool. The Charge Blade is fantastic, man. It's a great weapon, quite fairly technical, but once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it. Hammer was good in World as well. The Insect Glaive, I never really used it too much in World, but I used to see other people play it. It felt like they were just floating around everywhere, man. But I am looking forward to Wilds. I've got a decent enough laptop that will run it, right? But I really want it to run on a handheld, so I want it to run on like either a Steam Deck or or the Asus ROG Ally. I really dislike the Asus ROG Ally, you know. I might actually sell mine at some point. Even though the Steam Deck's not as powerful, it's just such a better machine, man. Right, let's go. Should we go? Let's quit this and go there. But Wilds, I'm looking forward to, and the trailer looks amazing. It looks very open worldish with multiple monsters on there. It just looks amazing, man. It looks, you know, let's go. We never play cartridge. Let's play cartridge. What have I got in there? I think I've got Wario Land 2. Let's I absolutely dig this this green filter, man. So yeah, but you know what, is there a new weapon coming in Monster Hunter Wilds, right? Because you've only had How many weapons was it you had in it? Was it 8 or 16? I can't fully remember now. But whatever weapons you had, you never had beyond that. I've always had a soft spot for sword and shield in it though, because you can make a really good support build with that, right? And you know, in Monster Hunter World, how I beat Fatalis was I beat it using a support build with randos, man. Obviously, my damage output was decent as well, but I had, you know, the Tigrex skill, which removes the skill cap. I had that, so I had like level 5 wide range. I had it where, was it, no, free meal. Was Tigrex free meal? I can't even remember. We had free meal where there was a 33 or 66% chance of not consuming a consumable when you used it. I mean, it had some really, really good stuff in there. Oh, really? No new weapons expected? That's a shame, right? It would be... Was it in that RPG version of Monster Hunter? The one that's, I think, is it a mainland China game? I think like Rage Gaming, they do a lot of Monster Hunter videos. They've kind of been playing that, and I think it's got some different chain kind of weapon in there, like a chain whip or something. That'd be interesting because it will make it a little bit more Castlevania, right? I mean, gotta love Castlevania, man. But I feel like they should add a new weapon. I feel like it needs a new weapon now. You know, it's been going a long time. But again, even if they don't have new weapons, what's interesting is about it is the kind of stuff that they add. Like in Monster Hunter Rise, they had the silk bind attacks. That some of that stuff was really interesting. I really did like the clutch claw in. I preferred the clutch claw to that silkworm thing that you had in Rise, man. But Monster Hunter, I feel, is a game that just plays really, really well on a handheld, you know, because you spend a long time playing it, right? So, you know, you wanna be able to play it a bit, you know, on the go, in bed. You know, it's nice sometimes just building armor sets in bed and experimenting with stuff. But one of the great things about Monster Hunter, guys, is it's lovely helping people on that, right? There's a great community. I remember in 4U there was a really, really great community. I think at one point you started getting some toxic people on there, but generally, like, I found the Monster Hunter community is rather good, right? Okay, I don't think this is the right time to play this. Yeah, definitely, Ryan. Yeah, I would dig that, man, and I would make. But I'm a big Castlevania fan, so I'd make. Even though the Castlevania games I like, they're not really chain-based ones. They're the Metroidvanias, so you're kind of more using swords in those, right? Even though some of them do have chain weapons in there, right? But I feel like a chain weapon, and then you could make. What am I running? Which one am I running? Let's have a look. Sorry. I want to run the normal one. Yeah, so the chain weapon, I could make myself like... right, let's run normal. Yeah, you could make like a Castlevania build. I want to do Shock Troopers because I ran that in the trailer. So it'd be nice to kind of have that running in there, at least at one point. Really good work from the work Mazamaz has done. I think the original core for the Mister was done by Furtek. There may have been other people involved as well. But yeah, Mazamaz has done a really good job bringing it over and adding like the turbo mode as well, which gets rid of the slowdown. I'm quite happy playing the original way it is played with all the slowdown and everything. But the Neo Geo core is fantastic on there, man. Now, you know, we kind of forget how many arcade games just having a Neo Geo core opens up. And you can play new games on it as well. I think I've got that Cyborg, what's it called? Cyborg Force or something? I mean, the game's all right. It's not great or anything. So, all right, we've got a filter on, haven't we? Let me turn... Let's just turn everything off. Should run it normal. It's interesting, though, giving the Neo Geo like a dot matrix kind of look. Some really good games on the Neo Geo, guys. I'm sure many of you guys have played the Neo Geo on the Analogue Pocket, but it's absolutely fantastic, man. Okay. Look at that's proper Rambo. I think I'll stick to her. like the fact that when you hold down the button, it just locks your fire, man. There's some games I like this. Like I really like Pokey and Rocky, right? But the issue I have with Pokey and Rocky, you can't lock your fire, man. And it makes it really difficult because sometimes you want to walk back and fire up, right? But you can't do that. SNK definitely nailed it with this game, man. You know, the way you've got the roll, you've got good evasive maneuvers. Just a very, very well-made game, man. Part 1 and Part 2. Absolutely love both of them, man. I don't see this game get mentioned as much as some of the other games out there, right? You know, Metal Slug definitely gets mentioned a lot. Metal Slug is very, very special, though, I have to say. But I also feel like this in its own right is just an amazing game. Also like a game on here called Ninja Combat. That's really good. Oh, no, sorry, not Ninja Combat. Ninja Commando. Ninja Commando is really, really good. It's a bit difficult, though, compared to this, I have to say. Let's be John Rambo. I'm John Rambo! Look at that. Great melee attack. Let's change to this guy now. Whoops. I definitely feel like she's a better character. The mobility is just amazing. I think after doing this stream, man, maybe after I'm gonna get a bit of dinner, and I'm gonna play Gears of War on the Steam Deck, man. I want to finish number 5. I've had it for ages, and I rebought the game. There's a lot of games, guys. You find, right, on your Steam Deck, you end up rebuying a lot of games just for convenience, because it's just too much of a pain in the ass putting any alternative store on there. I mean, I know you can. There's apps that kind of make the process easier, right? But generally speaking, I just repurchase the game only when it's on sale, though. I'm not crazy. You know, if something's like £10 or less or a £5, I think let me buy it. Even though I might have it on like a Ubisoft launcher or an EA launcher. The EA launcher just sucks balls, man. Absolutely hate. I really dislike EA, to be honest, I dislike most of the game companies, but EA in particular. Like my kids really like Titanfall. It's a game that we play multiplayer on, and guys, my boys are wicked at Titanfall. They're the guys that go in and absolutely destroy everyone in the room, and they don't even play on mouse and keyboard. They play on controller on their PCs, right? But I bought it for them on Steam when it was on sale for like $3 or whatever, right, or £4, right? Great value. But every so often I just keep getting, yeah, I just keep getting you know, it keeps logging out, it keeps having issues with the licensing, and I have to keep troubleshooting the damn thing, man. It's so annoying. It's like I bought it on Steam. I know you kind of got to log into your EA app and whatnot, but yeah, we play that. Like, so me and my 2 boys will play that. My daughter's got it as well, man, but she don't play it so much, man. Like, she's 16, so she plays Apex Legend, man. That's the thing. I'm not interested in that. But Titanfall 2 is just wicked. So me and the boys play it, but then they'll be playing it on their laptops. I'm like, oh, Dad, it's not letting me log in. It says serial key invalid or this, that, and the other. And that's just EA running in Steam, man. Just absolutely terrible. Absolutely hate that. Right, let's run something else. Any other suggestions? Oh, I hope so, man. Steam Deck 2 is a day one purchase for me, guys. Well, let's go to. Okay, this is a guilty pleasure, man. Let's run SNK versus Capcom. While we got a black screen, let's have a look. Yeah, do you know what? That'd be amazing. When Wilds releases, I'd really like it. Or the only other way I would be able to play it is I'll have to run it off my laptop, use something like Moonlight, to just stream it across to another stream. So I'll play it on like the Android handheld, or play it on the Steam Deck via a stream while I'm playing it at home. Because do you know what? Do you know the reason I don't actually game on my PC so much is because I spend so much time working on videos in front of my PC, and that is my gaming setup as well, right? So if I am now spending time gaming in front of it, I just want to break from this setup. That's why the handheld side works really, really well for me. So yeah, Wilds, I really hope I end up playing it, man. Currently with my full-time job, which is long hours, I'm actually trying to find another job. Hopefully I can kind of get one, but I'm trying to move sideways into another industry using some of the skills or some of the extra jobs I've done within my current job role to get it. But I tell you what, I've applied for so many jobs, you don't hear back from any of them, man. It's just nuts, man. I don't know what it is. I see plenty of jobs out there. You don't hear, to be honest, most of the jobs that I've got through intercession, right? I've got it through knowing someone, and they're like, yep, cool, come in for an interview, and they've kind of vouched for me. So hopefully I'll find someone that's like, you know what, we'll vouch for you, we think you can do the job, and here you go, you can kind of go into this industry. This is interesting, guys. This is a terrible game. It's terrible, but you know what, it's not so terrible that I like it, man. 6 seconds. Where's Mai? Mai's always my girl when it comes to SNK games, man, and King of Fighters. Yeah, no worries, man. We can run that. We can run different display modes on all of it. Might not look so great on YouTube, but you know what? We're here, we're chilling, and we're doing that stuff. So let me run another. Oh, can't. Okay, if I had the MVS thing. Okay. Oh, wicked. At least the controls are the correct way. This is such a guilty pleasure, man. So this was SNK's version of Capcom versus SNK, right? She hasn't got quarter circle, back half circle, forward super. Okay, so let's run with some filters now, right? So let's go. Okay, here we go. So CRT Triniton. Here we go, grayscale. It used to crash before in this call when you ran some of the filters, right? So reflective color LCD. Again, I really like. Okay, do you know what? Let's play with this. I really like these. Yeah, this would be the best Game Boy game ever, right? If it looked like this, right? Correct. I mean, look at that. That just looks amazing, right? Let's go over to the next filter. GVC LCD Plus. Again, look really good, and it's just an option in one of the updaters, right? You just go there and you say, yeah, every filter with every core. Nice. Go on, Justin. Let's add, there we go, different filter again. Okay, that was interesting, kind of crossed her over. Right, let's go with another filter. Original GBA LCD. Again, I really do like these kind of Game Boy, these handheld filters on there, right? Let's go next one. Essentially, we're going to get to the curse filter, right? Here we go. We've got Game Gear. Let's run a little bit of Game Gear. Guys, I really like the Game Gear. I was playing some Game Gear on the Mystics, right? Now, I'm a DMG Game Boy guy, right? We had the Game Gear for a bit, had like a TV tuner with it as well, but it's something that I ended up selling, right? Because we just didn't have, I didn't have like a mains adapter for it or anything, and the batteries, man. I remember 6 batteries like lasting half hour if you were lucky, right? So, yeah, we kind of got rid of it, but when I played it yesterday, I was like, shit, man, like some of the games on this are just amazing. I kind of like this move, man. It gets them every time. Do you know what, in this game, I don't like playing the Capcom characters because it's 4 buttons, right? Missing the 2 buttons, it's a bit weird the way you do your medium kick and your sweep. So the SNK characters are definitely better suited to this. Let's have a look at this. Original Game Gear Plus now. Whenever I hear that No Escape, right, it reminds me of a Rage Against the Machine song, right? No escape from the mass crime rates. Play it again, Jack, and rewind that tape. I'm not actually singing it just in case YouTube matches it and I get a copyright strike. So I really don't want that. So anyone out there that currently doesn't have an Analogue Pocket, guys, like I can't recommend the device enough, right? I've got 2 of them, man. I like them so much. In case one gets damaged or anything, or I end up losing one, I don't want to be able to stop making content for it, right? So I absolutely love this device, man. And for anyone that hasn't got a Mister, I'd recommend getting the dock as well. If you've got a Mister, you may not necessarily need the dock, right? Because the Mister can pretty much do everything the Analogue can, with the exception of a couple of cores that I think the coin-op collection release, which is WWF WrestleMania and oh wow, nice, WWF WrestleMania and what's the other one that they've done? Double Dragon. Here we go. That's that one. Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone, which to be honest, don't really think much about it. Yeah, do you know what, Ryan? The filters, I kind of like this one, man. I know this looks terrible, right? But it's just so much fun running this. Like, I like using the red one on certain Game Boy games. It makes stuff like Gargoyle's Quest, for example, look really, really good. But I mean, look at that, right? Look, guys, I've always said, right, I'm not into art. Like, I went to art galleries, and I've said it before, right? I've gone to the Tate Modern. And honestly, guys, I went in there, I saw, like, a string, and I saw lots and lots of soap hanging off that string. Like, pretty much every soap bar you can imagine. I thought, wow, someone's got this in a gallery, and they're making so much money as an artist doing this. It is just sheer crap, right? Now, if I went to an art gallery and they had this, a still of this with this red filter, even though I'm colorblind, I can see that this is red, right? It just looks amazing. Wow, Hugo's really pawning me, man. Let's try and super him. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, look at that. He got butted in the face. Yeah, I like this filter, man. So, yeah, if I went to an art gallery and they had, you know, red kind of graphics for this stuff, yeah, I would dig that, man. Absolutely dig that. This just, I love it. Absolutely love it. Am I weird? I don't know. Eat that, Hugo. Go back to final fight. Really like that move, man. I've not really played a King of Fighters where she has that move. You know what? Let's run another game and let's let's run it. Let's run it with that red filter, man. All right, let's go Metal Slug 1 with that red filter. Interesting. Ooh, wow, how long have I been streaming for? 1 hour and 12 minutes. Good stuff. The most I'll go for is 2 hours, man. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, what's Christine saying? Oh, I thought I read that already. Yeah, they do look nice. I feel like the handheld filters they've done a fantastic job on. To be honest, even the Triniton they've done a really good job on it. And when you're someone like me that doesn't have a CRT, I can definitely appreciate filters. Like the Mister's got some really good ones as well. So as the Analogue Pocket. So we've got some good ones. What's up? Why is a part of the screen missing from the bottom? Right? Why is so? Okay, that's normal. Oh, okay, that's why. Right, let's go back to. Should we go? Okay, so it stretches it out a bit, right? Okay, that's interesting. Let's go back to the red one. That's crazy. Look at that. Yeah, that is nuts. I can see why this game's so iconic. In fact, more iconic than Shock Troopers. But I do like Shock Troopers. I like this. Look at this. Look at that. They're burning in red. Look how good that looks, man. The animation of them burning looks great, but looks even better in this red color, right? So let's go and... What, don't they stop? I thought they would stop at a certain point. Right, let's now go to display mode. And let's go to... the Game Boy LCD, which I think is quite a nice one as well. Yeah, look at that. That just looks great, man. I mean, it's not exactly a Game Boy game, but darn, if it was a Game Boy game, this would just look so darn good, man. Right, let's quickly go to, again, display mode, and let's go to Trinitron, right? Trinitron, which I think looks really, really nice as well. At least it looks really good on the screen that I'm using. But again, you know, YouTube and pretty much hosting videos online, you'll always get that compression that will ruin it a bit. That's why, you know, I always recommend don't use it. And that's actually something a friend of mine mentioned, and I think something even Video Game Esoterica when we were speaking. Big shout out to Video Game Esoterica as well, man. Do you know what? He's a, I know many of you guys will know him and will be subscribed to his channel, but he's a really, really nice guy, man. Like, really glad to have him like as a friend. He's definitely given me some really, really good advice, you know, over the time I've been doing YouTube. We share ideas, we share footage sometimes. Even though both of us are of the same mindset, when we have our footage, we generally like having our own gameplay. There is exceptions to this, right? I could be at work, maybe I'd get a bit of time to do a video but not film the footage, so I'll get someone to help me, right? So maybe VGE will give me some footage, Andy D, Big Al, Terminator 2K2. So there's a few people, they're really kind, you know. I'll ask them, look, if you're going to play the game, just capture it and give me the footage, right? And I'd really, really appreciate that. And yeah, they do often. But yeah, VGE's a really, really nice guy, man. Like, honestly, can't big up the guy enough. Like, you know, there's things I can't really go into on a live stream, but you know, he's really, really helped me out, man. So yeah, I like the guy a lot. I've got a lot of time for him, man. Who knows, man? Maybe if one day I go to the USA or he comes to the UK, I actually meet the guy, man. Be interesting. You know, I like the slowdown. Like, if you use the turbo core, you don't get the slowdown here, but then everything is coming at you faster, right? And for my old man reflexes, I kind of dig like the slow stuff, right? Okay, I should be able to dodge that. I said that, but I didn't. Okay, we have done it. Right, let's look at this. Okay. Yeah, Marco is dangerous, man. You want to play Advanced? Oh, you know what? Advanced Wars Tactics is coming out. Like, I like the look of that, but in all honesty, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. It's just one of those games that's going to be too darn involving, man, and I can't. And I know this is going to sound mad, right? But when it comes to those tactic games, right, I don't want to play them on a console, even a handheld console. I want to play them on a mobile phone because the touchscreen works perfectly for those, right? So when it comes to, yeah, when it comes to that stuff there, yeah, hold on, I think it's arcade multi. Yeah, so yeah, when it comes to yeah, so when it comes to like Advanced Wars, I feel like games like that, they work really well on mobile. On a Switch where you've got a controller and everything, yes, you can play it on that. It's cool, it's dandy, it's brilliant, right? But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I'd rather not play it on that. It's just, if I'm going to play that, I pull out my mobile, have a little game. Now, I'm not a big mobile gamer. In fact, right now, I don't even think I've got a single game or even an emulator installed on like my mobile device, right? Which is, I think, a Google Pixel 6a. But yeah, I feel like they work well on that. But I know a lot of people like Advanced Wars, man. In fact, one friend of mine only got a GBA for that game. It's the only game he liked. But you know, he's a strategy guy. He really liked Kessen on the PlayStation 2 as well. In fact, I bought Kessen. I lent it to him. He liked it so much, he gave me his copy of Silent Hill for it. And I explained to him that Kessen is worth like maybe like 1/8 of what Silent Hill is worth. And he said, look, man, I don't really care. You're my buddy. I like this game. I want this game. I'm not really fond of Silent Hill 2. And that's a really good game, guys. I'm looking forward to the remake of that, man. It looks wicked. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Let's run the filters. I use Triniton with sharp pixel and scan lines only. Wicked. So let's core settings, display modes. Oh, okay, all right, I've only got Trinitron here because I may not have ran the updater to say add it to all cores. So I would have added this core without running the updater to tell it to run all of this. Okay, so scan up. What's he saying now? Use Triniton with sharp pixel and scan lines only. So where's the sharp pixel stuff? Heavy scan lines. I'll go heavy scan lines actually. Oh, okay. Okay, let's run with this. Oh wow, okay, interesting. Hopefully it's looking all right for you guys. Let's give this a quick go. I've got sweaty fingers now, man. So in a video that I did for this, I played the female character, or I think a live stream that I done where I completed it. But you know what? I'm going with my boy Scooter, man. Scooter's the guy. Hopefully the controls are done, because initially, here we go. Attack, roll. That's fine. Special can go there. That's fine. Spooky soundtrack. Oh, hard edges only. Right. Okay. So let's go. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see how that looks now. Okay, nice. Wow. Okay, that does look nice. Guys, you can change that, right? If you see one of the intros that I've got, you can change the Sega World part. I've changed it to Pixel Cherry Ninja. It looks wicked. This is a wicked game, man. Like, I really did like this in the arcade and on the Mega Drive. I think currently there's issues with like the sound balancing on this, quite possibly. Yeah, so if you notice, you can hear the background sound a lot louder than the sound effects. Don't trust him. Okay, let's do some shooting now, guys. I'm not really fond of these parts, right? Never really like. I always saw this as a byproduct of the game. I like the beat 'em up parts. Not really the biggest fan of these kind of first-person-y shoot 'em up parts. They're not bad, to be honest. Just not. Yeah, just not me. There's too much of it in the game as well, I find. But I guess it is part of the game, right? It makes it different to kind of other kind of brawlers out there, right? Very interesting in two-player. We can take the energy off one another, right? You just keep shooting it. You shoot it, it comes down on your side. Kind of reminds me of Scooby-Doo for this, right? Look at it. Look, you got golden axe there. You see that? Awesome. I need to buy like an OLED screen at some point as well, man. Expensive at the moment, but at some point as my screen, like I've got a great screen, 1 millisecond lag that I'm using, but it's a little bit dark, man. It's a little bit dark. I'd like it to be a little bit brighter, and that's the only downside. That's the only negative thing I can say about it. Oh, let me do an explosion. Love it. That's what kind of drew me to this character, man. Oh. Ooh. Okay, cool. That was definitely fun. Right, how do you capture the videos as the screen looks amazing? But obviously that's because my laptop screen is amazing. Yeah, here you go. I capture it using an I'm currently using an Elgato HD 60 Plus. That's the capture card that I use. To be honest, it was overkill because I only record in 1080p, so I didn't have to buy that one. My one does 4K up to 30 FPS, but I don't really have a 4K setup. I don't really feel that a 4K setup is necessary for the retro games that I do. Maybe if I've done some newer ones, it'll be good. Well, my main screen is OLED. They're awesome for gaming. I want a 4.3. Oh, cool, yeah. So I can't remember what it is, the one that I use. In fact, the friend gave it to me, right? Because what happened was at my work, there was an office that was refurbishing, and I was friends with like their facilities guy, and he gave me this, you know, one of those ultra widescreen monitors, right? but I didn't have space to put it anywhere. But he was like, yeah, do you want them? And he gave me another 2 monitors. So what happened is a friend of mine, Third Strike player, if anyone knows Third Strike, you know this guy, really good Akuma player called Harmonaz. So he's working from home, and he had a look at the screen, and I was like, look, I'm not using it, do you want it? And he was like, yeah, cool, man. Like, I think the screen was worth like £1,100, right? But, you know, I got it for free, and he's a good friend, and he would do the same for me. So when I went up to his house, his old screen was like this Asus screen that they were using at Evolution for like Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 more specifically, right? Not the best screen, but 1 millisecond of display lag, and I was like, yeah, I'll take that. But with that, if I'm playing a game that's dark, I can't see it properly. It looks better on like my laptop screen or the other monitor I've got that records. So at some point I want to get an OLED screen, but I am spending a lot of money. I'm not really making a lot of money from YouTube. The Mystics, by the time I add like the customs charge to it, is going to cost me like over £100. Obviously all the equipment that I have bought. So I've actually started a Patreon. So if any of you guys are super rich and you fancy supporting me, then you can do so, right? But I thought that might be a way of bringing in some money. I'm also selling like ad space on the channel, right, via Patreon. So for example, you can, like where it says support the channel, you can have an advert up there. So I just thought there might be some ways of bringing in some revenue which I can actually use to just use to kind of, you know, use that to buy some equipment, because there is some equipment, there is some projects coming up, like the Taki clone. That's something I want to buy. It's not something I need, I've already got 2 bloody misters, but it's something I feel I want for the channel. It's definitely something I want for the channel. So I already spoke to Taki. He said getting one of the first batch shouldn't be an issue, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But going back to the game in hand, guys, this is Shadow Dancer, man, and Shadow Dancer is just wicked. So you know what, let's do controls like the way we do. Okay, that should work. Nice with these filters, man. But again, do you know, with these filters that you use, one thing that I found is they look, the bigger your screen is, the better, right? If you're looking at this on a mobile screen, and a lot of people watch YouTube on mobile, right? In fact, I'd say most of my YouTube viewing is done on a mobile, right? Rarely do I watch it on my laptop or any other screen. And on mobile screens, it just looks really bad. This game is just wicked, guys. It's currently in beta, right? So it's not publicly available. And I always encourage people, right, to support Hotego where they can, because, you know, right now Hotego's even said that if subscriber numbers reach 6,000, right? I think he's currently on 5,000 and something. He can actually hire another engineer. So what does that mean? I think Hotego's already got like 2 or 3 full-time members of staff. Getting another staff member just means that he's got people working on multiple projects, different cores. I really want CPS free. I mentioned my friend Harmonaz, who I gave my screen to, and he gave me a screen that was more fitting to kind of my needs. I can't wait, because when he comes around, we play stuff, right? So the guy is amazing at games. He teaches me stuff. He knows all the differences between every single King of Fighters game. What was the difference in like stuff like Art of Fighting and other kind of SNK games. He's a big SNK guy, but guys, he's amazing at Third Strike, man. You know, when we were younger and single, we used to get like late night kebabs, and as well as late night kebabs, we used to play a lot of Third Strike. It's how we met. We were playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike online on Xbox Live when it first came out, right? And it turned out that we both lived in Turnpike Lane at the time. He lived like, we're talking like a 6 or 7 minute walk away from my house. So we ended up meeting, and we ended up becoming best friends. We were single guys then. You know, we ended up getting married with, he's got 2 kids, I've got 3 kids, and he lives far away now, man. So to go to him was like a hour and a half, 2-hour drive, man. And there's even a toll on the way. We're not so used to that in the UK. And it's one of those tolls that if I forget to pay it, I'll get a massive fine. So it's, I just got to remind myself, yeah, pay the toll, man. I know there's a lot of tolls in a lot of countries, like USA, I think Italy as well. There's a lot of tolls. UK, we don't really have so many, but we are shafted on many things in the UK. Right, let's see if we can do this bonus stage, right? I can never damn do this bonus stage, man. The one in Shinobi is definitely easier. I think I have done it. I've done it in the arcade when I was a kid a couple of times, and it felt good, right? Because that extra life was legit an extra life, man. I feel like this is one game I could want to see. Might be something I'll practice on the actual Analogue Pocket itself. Something amazing about the Analogue Pocket, right? My first Analogue Pocket, the D-pad my top right, when I'm trying to get top right, like when I'm playing Street Fighter, try and jump, I can't get it all the time, right? But the second Analogue Pocket I got, the D-pad's an improvement. I don't have any issues pulling off any directions or anything, right? So, yeah, maybe I can play this on the go, right? As that's where most of my gaming's done. Do you know what, right? Guys, let me know in the comments, what is your guilty pleasure call that you would like to see, right? I can tell you my most guilty pleasure call that I would like to see on FPGA, right? And you know what, guys? That is actually Rastan 2. It's a terrible game, but I love it, man. Okay, I had to crouch and attack them, man. I kind of forget. Still trying to remember how to attack like every ninja. It's nice when you get the power up, right? Right, let's run something else anyway, because I do play this game quite a bit. So let's quit this. Okay, I keep getting to arcade, man. Let's go to all. So, you know, I'm not being so biased because I do like arcades and I do have a strong bias towards the arcade. Should we do a bit of C64, guys? I don't think have I updated to the latest version? I can't remember. I ran the updates a couple of days ago, so yeah, I think I must have. Okay, so how did this work now? So did we just aha? Oh, okay, it's got CRT. Oh, that's really interesting. I've got a version of Capcom versus SNK that's on CRT, right? I think currently I've only got PRGs on here, so I need to add some more games on there because some of the Commodore kind of homebrew games are fantastic, man. Can't remember any. Oh, okay, so this is good if this works, right? 1942 was very good on the C64. So again, a big shout out to Marcus Triple Z, right? He's adding a lot of quality of life improvements to like the Commodore 64 core. Wow, man, look at that. This is when gaming was gaming, right? It wasn't about beefy graphics. It wasn't about DLC. No one even knew what DLC was back then, right? But it was just about games. And, you know, just as easily as I get killed in modern arcade games, I got killed here. And look at the way power was. The power up was just POW written there. And I'm dying. Right, let's, oops, no. Wrong one. Let's go PRG. I really can't remember most of these games, man. Bangers and mash, okay. That's like sausage and mashed potatoes, right? Let's check it out, shall we, right? A game about bangers and mash. Only back then in the day could you make games like that with titles like that. Okay, bangers and mash. What am I doing here? Has it crashed? I think it has. All right. It looks interesting, though, I have to say. Well, actually, have we got Boulder Dash on here? That'd be interesting. When I look at the arcade version, always interested in seeing what different versions of the games look like. Okay, so if there's no Boulder Dash, oh, it is. Here we go, Boulder Dash. This was a very good game on 8-bits. Now, the pack I've got, I should really update it to a new CRT pack and something that supported a bit more. I haven't actually got a keyboard connected. I don't know if some of the games you need to press a keyboard key. You might need to. Okay. Oh, hold on. I forgot there's a virtual keyboard. Yeah, some of the games don't work. Never mind. But great work on this call. Let's do one more game and see. There was a game I like called Hawkeye, but it's not in this pack, man. I really liked it. Let's just see if it's here in case I missed it. No Hawkeye. That would have been nice. Let's see if there's a game here that we kind of recognize. Oh, IK Plus. What? Let's go Akari Warriors. That should be good. IK Plus was more of an Amiga game for me. I think I played the original IK on the Commodore 64. Man, that's taking a while to load. Wow, look at that. That is banging, guys. That is so iconic. Now, Akari Warriors on the Mister actually has support for the rotary stick now. Wow. Again, look at, I loved how the enemies die in this, the way they spin around. But you know what? Do you know what I preferred to Akari Warriors? Because I played Akari Warriors with my uncle on his ST, right? I really liked Guerrilla War, right? Oh, can I not destroy that? No, okay, it destroyed me though. I really like Guerrilla War, which I think was like a follow-up to this game. That was really good, man. I played that a lot in the arcade with a rotary controller, man. It was absolutely fantastic. I remember games like this being really tough. Oh, okay, do I? Ah, okay, grenade, hold down the button. Look at that. Oh, I could, wow. Got done by a mine. Ah, game over. Okay, that's interesting. Let's run. Let's get out of this core. Do you know what? Let's have a look at. Hopefully, I have got it on here. I think I have actually. Let's look at some of the IRIM M72 stuff, which is hopefully will come out soon, right? Oh, M92. Oh, the M92 has an analogizer core as well. I was looking at it, thinking, okay, there's 2 cores there. Like, let's run this, and let's go through the games. Right, this looks really good. I like how this horizontal shmup looks. Oh, what we got? We got about 20 odd minutes left before the stream ends. We've got button control. Okay, right. Okay, we'll go with the controls that I left there. I think you can enter your name as well. Let's go. So I never played this in the arcade or anything, right? It's just something. It's something that I played actually when Wicker Wacker released this initially for the Mister. But wow, look at it, man. I mean, it's really nice. I love the vehicle in here. The way it's got police written on there as well. It looks fantastic. And this is where you want your laser, right, to get through here. If you've used too much of your laser, you can see it's kind of wearing down there. You end up getting done on this part somewhat. This is a great game, and I can't wait for this core to get publicly released. Hopefully, Boogerman will have some time. Remember, a lot of developers, they do full-time jobs, and a lot of this stuff is in their spare time. So, you know, whenever he finds the time, hopefully this will be publicly released soon, right? Because it really is that good, right? I love the M92 core, but man, 72 were the actual games I played in the arcade. Not this one, in fact, but definitely some of the other ones, which we'll have a look at in just a second. As soon as I lose 1 life, oh, right there, we'll load up the next game. So load arcade core. Oh, this game's wicked. Love this game. Absolutely love this game, Dragon Breed. So in the video that I did where I said games that gave me the most nostalgia, this was one of the ones on there, man. And I kind of mentioned that, like, there was these social clubs where you had like elderly guys hanging out and they're playing cards and drinking whiskey, and they had arcade machines in there as well. So you could kind of go in there as kids, right? And so what happened was my friend, his mum said to him one day, "I never want to see you go in a place like that." So when I used to go in there and play Dragon Breed, my guy used to wait outside, man. He said, "Tell him come inside." He said, "No." My mum said, "I'm not allowed in there and I'm not going in there." So when we were kind of walking around, we used to walk around a lot as kids in the streets, right? Just literally, just walking around, looking for shopping trolleys and seeing if we could collect the pound by taking it back to the supermarket. That was a regular thing that we did. And this is when we were young, right? This is, you know, pre kind of 16, before we got into any kind of substance, or, you know, we were just super nerds back then, right? So yeah, so he used to wait outside, so 5-10 minutes, however long a credit lasted, and I absolutely love this game, man. I think it's just fantastic. And I never knew you could jump off there like that. That's something Wicker Wacker told me. So yeah, this brings a lot of nostalgia, man. But my friend who I mentioned here, man, like, the guy is just, haven't seen him for years. In fact, like his WhatsApp, the last time he was on was November. I just hope he's all right, man. He really like got into you know, the drugs and the drink like too much, and I haven't seen him for years, man. He won't meet up with me. Last few times we tried to meet up, I guess, you know, all we did from the age of 16 onwards was just pretty much just kind of, you know, I was hoping to get that with a tail. That was bad on my part. All we did was just party and get high, you know. It's just like it came to a time where I stopped and he didn't, man, and it was really sad, you know. Like, I know his whole family. I was speaking to his ex-wife the other day, you know, and she's like, I haven't heard from him from ages and everything, and that's just bad on my part. But yeah, man, we grew up together from the age of 1. From the age of 1, our mothers were friends, so we hung out from the age of 1, and now I just haven't seen the guy, man. But you know, he listened to his mum back then when she said don't go into this social club. You know, my mum never told me not to go in a place like that, but to be honest, even if she did, I probably would have gone. I was quite the rebel, man. Right, let's run another game on this core because I do like this core a lot. Right, Hammering Harry is something that I played when I was on holiday. My cousin was with me on that particular holiday. Yeah, this was in the arcade, and my cousin for years thought this was my favorite game. I mean, I liked the game at the time. I liked the game a lot. It's quite a toughish kind of game, but he thought this was my favorite game, and like there is no other game that I like. This was like the best game I ever played. Definitely wasn't the case. I liked the game a lot, but not in the capacity that my cousin thought I liked it. But again, it was just the charm of this game. It just looks really well. Sorry guys, you can see that blue line down there, yeah? So before it's publicly released, these are the kind of issues that Boogerman would like to address, is no blue line on the side, everything in a very good state, right? Great soundtrack as well. And this is one of those guys, one hit and you're dead. Even if you get hit by a noodle bowl and it hits you on top of your head, you are dead. You know, whack them in the head, you know that they are dead. Love how it's got iron written on the little manhole cover, right? Those, are they going to chuck the helmets there? Look at that. I tried to jump on his head there, man. Let's get busy. I think you can hit the noodle bowls away if I remember correctly. Yeah, you can. Well, there's Electro from Spider-Man. Always reminds me of, you know, the Spider-Man issue, right? So if you grew up reading Spider-Man cartoons, I mean, they were around before I was a kid, but there was a lot of reprints and stuff, right? So do you remember Electro, right? Electro was an electrician that ran into an accident and the electricity gave him superpowers. Dr. Octopus was, you know, a scientist that was making the octopus arms. Again, an accident. Sandman, there was some kind of accident. Vulture, there was some kind of accident. It looks like every time there was an accident, it gave someone superpowers, man. I mean, it got to the point where, as a kid, if I saw a spider, I'd want the spider to bite me. So maybe it was radioactive and, you know, I could have the powers Spider-Man had. Here you go. That was 2 hits there. I got myself a helmet. Let's run the next game as well. Great core. This is one that I really liked. It kind of reminds me of Willow, guys. If anyone remembers Willow on CPS1, the Capcom game, man. Liked it a lot. And this definitely reminds me of Willow. So let's run with this. This game's wicked. I had this on the PC Engine and it's just a wicked game. It's a tough game. It's not an easy game. I like the jumps in this as well. They're very kind of floaty. You haven't got like the up jump or anything. You can tap it a little bit and jump not so high, or you can hold it down and go up the next kind of layer. Oh, I was thinking there's a slide in here, but no, the slide was in Willow, remember? Ah! You don't want to get too close to that from what I remember. Let's get the power up. Really good game. Love all the goofy stuff this game has, man. Like these things jumping out of the coffins and whatnot. And it's supposed to be like some vampires in, is it Chinese folklore? I watched the movie. It might have even been like a Jackie Chan movie back in the day where you had these vampires kind of hopping around, man. Very interesting. Oh, let's get the key up there. Look at it, they can jump up high, man. Interesting. Oh, nice. I thought I was going to die there for a second, but I love it in games where you can jump on the enemy's heads. right? In fact, like some games where you can't jump on the enemy's head and you end up just yeah, you end up, and look, down and jump works here as well to take you down a plane. Yeah, so you hit the enemy's head and that thing sticks a massive tongue out, man. Don't get too close. Don't get too close. Yeah, so you end up getting on the enemy's head and you end up dying. But this is a great game, man. Very, very good game. Very, like the PC Engine had so many great IRM cores, and then you get skanked like that. Where you walk along and something just pops out directly underneath you. And there you go. It's all just downhill from here. In fact, you know what? Let's just go and run the next game. Mr. Heli was great. Oh, I'm not going to run it. It's too difficult. This game is banging. Absolutely banging, this game. Very, 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 very tough. But guys, what a game. Soundtrack for this game is wicked as well. And guys, if you like the Game Boy DMG, you definitely want to try out the DMG version of this game. It's not exactly called Ninja Spirit. It's a Japanese game, right? So it's got a Japanese name to it, right? Like I don't know what it's called. It begins with an S, I think. So yeah, you definitely want to try that game out, man. It's wicked. You've got a little thing that pesters you at the bottom as well. See, I always thought the grappling hook was the best weapon. You can kind of move around and you can spin it around somehow. But I watched like some playthroughs of it, and the sword is a very viable weapon as well, especially once you get some upgrades for it. That should be an upgrade there. He's disappeared. Come back. I want the power up. I felt like I should have got a power up by now. Never mind. Look at the lovely water effects down there, man. Okay. Let's run the next game. Okay, R-Type, right? This is a classic. Everyone loves R-Type, right? You can't go wrong with R-Type. I think maybe after this we'll how much time we got left? Oh, about 10-ish minutes left, right? So what we can do is maybe run like some more console cores, right? You leave me in front of these things, I end up just playing arcade bloody games, man. Guys, if you've got any suggestions for stuff you want to see, do let me know. I've got the MSX core on here as well, if we've got any MSX fans out here. Okay, I'm sucking at that, so let's go. Let's get out of here. Whoops. And let's run something a little different. Right, okay, go to all. So many arcade cores, man, it's amazing. Oh, Neo Geo Pocket, I haven't really run that for a while now, right? Okay, so this, how you get it to work, the select button, right, will let you, so you need to, I think, do I need to go through here, reset the system? Oh no, actually I need to go through the setup, that's it. So let's go load cartridge, go through the setup and then reset. I can't remember, there's a particular way of doing stuff here. Brilliant logo. Nice soundtrack here as well. Okay, it's worked. Cool. I kind of like this look. I wonder what screen filters we can use on here. Okay, can't really do many. It's only let me do normal. Never mind. I like the soundtrack as well. I like the way it sounds on here. Oops, sorry. I forgot what the grenade button was on this. I was trying to work that out. Never mind. Let's go to. Hopefully, okay. These are. Have I got the monochrome games? Because some of them work on color and black and white. I think these are just the black and white ones here. Samurai Showdown is good. Hopefully this runs. Oh, sorry, Ryan, I saw your question about the capture card as well. Guess what? Big Al actually put me onto a £26 capture card. And honestly, I think it performs on par with the £180 Elgato I've got. Haven't tested it too much. I've got like a mobile setup with my second Mister, my tiny laptop and a tiny little screen. But I've not really been using it recently. I guess when I get more time off work, I will. What's going on here? Have I not got a picture? No, it looks like there's no picture here. Let's press select, see if it takes us back out. Nah, that's just crashed. Or has it? Yeah, it has. All right, enough of that one. Let's go to another system. Let's have a look. Yo, yeah, it is blank. It's okay, cool. Oh, back. Okay, cool. Yeah, on this one though, back button is the power button, so it might be start or something on here. So have to kind of work that out. Let's go. We had a look at something on the NES, didn't we? Oh, PC Engine. I really do like the PC Engine. So we've got 2 cores. Okay, no, it is just AGS core, or the AGS port of the core. The original core was by, I think, SRG 320, if I'm not mistaken, on Mister. So it's a port of that core. I really do like the PC Engine, guys. Sounds really, really low on this though, man. Which, okay, what have we got? Oh, I've got quite a bit of PC Engine stuff. So, okay, oh, definitely not Dragon Spirit. This is really good. Really, really good game, guys. Oh, how long we got left for this stream? Oh, roughly just five to 7 minutes or so. What a banger of a game, guys. Right, I'm going to put the sound up because the PC Engine core has very, very low sound. Hopefully, if we run another one, I'll remember to crank down the volume a little bit. But right now, we've just cranked it up. Right, okay. Guys, this is such a wicked game. The little frogs give you little power-ups, so you got your special move there. There you go, which is up and fire. Really, really good game, guys. Really, really good game. Do you know, I remember buying this on the PC Engine, and as a kid, just looking at like the Who cards, and they were always unboxed when we got them, right? And then just seeing this Jackie Chan game and thinking, yes, it has to be good, right? And you know, I was just so glad it was actually good, man. It was, what a great game. It's got like hidden bonus stages in there as well. I can't remember how you get to them now, to be honest. Come on. What moves this? Okay, just the up kick. Oh, here we go, there we go. That's the bonus stage, right? So when you hear bells, hit stuff around and you get to a bonus stage, man. Remember the bells, and this is where you bouncy, grab all the fruit, right? And it's generous, right? You get some extra lives via this, which works out really, really well. Nice, I think I got a perfect there. Nice. See guys, look, here's the difference between software emulation and FPGA emulation, right? On software emulation, there'll be a tiny bit of lag that will make you miss this stuff, right? You'll miss it and you think, oh, I'm old. You're not necessarily that old, right? It's that little bit of input lag, or that little bit of, yeah, the little bit of input lag, and you won't notice it, right? And you put it down to being bad at the game, right? When in actual fact, you're not actually that bad at the game. Yes, we get older and we slow down, right? But if you're playing it the way it was originally, right? Let's say you're playing it on original hardware. If you haven't got original hardware, then your next best option is via an FPGA device, right? Whether it's the Mister, the Analogue Pocket, one of Analogue's other consoles, different FPGA solution out there, right? Whatever you're playing it on, right, you're gonna have that snappy responsiveness, right? When it comes to stuff like that, where you need to make some very, very quick moves, right? It really does, it benefits you, and that's one of the reasons I really do like FPGA gaming. You know, don't get me wrong, the accuracy and everything there, but it's that responsiveness, right? It is when you press the button, it is instantaneous the way the move comes out, just like on original hardware, right? And that's something I feel software emulation does a good job of it, don't get me wrong. Some of the Linux handhelds I've got, I really like I've got the Mio Mini Plus, and I think it does a great job. But however, it is no FPGA, man. It is no FPGA device like the Analogue Pocket or the Mister. Oh, okay, let's just keep jumping. Love the fireball in here. Funnily enough, you know what, I don't think as a kid, I don't remember doing the fireball, so maybe it's not something I figured out, right? Kind of figured out when I was older. And I can't believe I never tried just holding the button down in order to do the fireball, right? Because that would just work. Ooh, what we got left? Ooh, we're gonna have to wrap it up soon, guys. I got a delivery of a new mic as well. I bought actually 2 new mics, right? And I've ordered like a boomstick, so I can attach it to the boomstick and play it that way. Sorry, have it in front of me. So right now I'm using a lapel mic, which is the easiest thing to use because I can just clip it on. The boomstick I'll kind of need to have it like mounted and in front of me. Oh, I heard the bells. Is it underwater? I don't know where it is here. Where is it? Ah, got it. Here we go. Let's see what this bonus stage is, and then after this bonus stage, it's likely going to be a wrap. Okay, I got to punch the fish. You know, I don't remember this bonus stage. What a great game though, guys. When you have stuff like this in there, just absolutely superb. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This was really nice. I like games with like hidden bonus stages like that in there. But you know what, it's coming up to 2 hours. Let's load a quick game. Where's if you're going to play Sun 2 though, guys, I recommend it. There's a translation out that's really, really good, man. This is a really, really good game. It's one of the games I bought on the PC Engine, loved it on the PC Engine, and then years later played the translation. And the translation runs absolutely brilliantly, fantastically on the Analogue Pocket. And it's a great fit as a handheld game as well. But guys, that's kind of it, man. I'm going to kind of wrap up the stream. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by, especially given the fact that the stream started at exactly the same time as a Nintendo Direct. So I went head to head with Nintendo, and you know what? I didn't actually do too badly. So guys, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, absolutely wicked. Be awesome to one another, guys. Yeah, this is Pixel Cherry